Hello everybody, welcome back to another Rockabilly guitar lesson. This is another request, another Rockabilly classic, Ducktail by Joe Clay, which was recorded in 1956 at the Stardy Studios in Houston, Texas, with Hal Harris on lead guitar. I'm so glad I was fortunate enough to see Joe Clay perform live a few times. It was just unbelievable to see his energy he had, even in his late 70s. I'm working on some more Udemy courses for you right now, so I don't have the time to post a video here every week on YouTube, but I'll definitely be back with some Buddy Holly on the 3rd of February. But now let's have a closer look at the two solos in Ducktail. Ducktail is in the key of B flat, and it's one of the very few Rockabilly songs I know of where the solos are based entirely on the minor pentatonic. So let me show you the minor pentatonic here in B flat. Well, this is just one position you can use, but it's the most common one, I would say. So you start here on the low E string, 6th fret, and then you play the pinky on the 9th. For the next 3 strings you play index to ring finger, and for the last 2 strings index and pinky again. Yeah, this is your minor pentatonic in the key of B flat. So here are the first 4 bars of the first solo. You start off with a double stop, meaning you play 2 strings at the same time, the E and the B string in this case, E on 6 and the B string on the 9th fret. Then you play E on 6 just by itself, back to the double stop. And E string here on the 6th fret, 9 and back to 6. Just let me put this together so I think it's easier to understand. And one more time. And then you bend up on the 9th fret a half step, and then you play the 6 on the E string. And make sure the bending is twice as long as the note on the E string. And you do this 4 times. And then you play 9, 6 on the E string and finish here on 9 of the B string. One more time the second part here. Now let me play the first 4 bars to jam track so you get a better feel for the rhythm, which is very important, especially if you don't have too many notes to play. The rhythm, the phrasing is very important. So let me play the next 4 bars. You start off here on the 6th fret E string to 9 on the B string, 6 B and 8 on the G string. Then you play the 6th fret on the B string 3 times. Make sure you keep the notes short, bending on the G string, a quarter to a half step I would say. Just make sure the notes are, again this is the quarter note and the others are all 8th notes, so this is, the bending is twice as long. Bending again, and then you play 6 on the G string and 8 on the D string. One more time this whole part here. And then you continue. 6 to 8 on the G string and 6 on the B string. then the E string 6th fret, 9 to 6 on the B string. One more time the second part. And the second 4 bars to the jam track. So we got 4 bars left in our 12-bar blues chord progression. And you start off like this. Yeah, 9 to 6 on the B string, twice, then again to 9, but you play the double stop again from the beginning, twice. Yeah, so 6th fret on the E string and 9 on the B string. And now back to 6, 9, 6 on the B string. Let me show you this part again. And then the next part. You play 6 on the E string, 9 on the B string, 6 to 9 on the E string. Back to 6, 9 B string, 6 on the E string, and then the last note is the B string on the 9th fret. And the last 4 bars to the jam track. The second solo is much easier because for the first 8 bars you play a simple figure 4 times. It goes like this. So you start on 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Play the double stop twice on the 6th fret E and B string. Then you play 9 on the B string. Then 6 on the E string again. 9 on the B string again, and you finish on 6 and 9 on the E string. And you can play the 2 strings together more than once, yeah? For a little dirtier sound if you want to. So you play this phrase 4 times. Let me play it to the jam track. 2, 3, 4, 1. And then you finish the solo with don't worry, break it down. So you start here on the B string, 9th fret, to 8 on the G string, 6 to 9 on the B string, back to 6, bending on the G string on the 8th fret and back to 6 on the B string. Whole first part here. Then to the E string, 9 on B and back to 6 on the E string. 9 with a little bit of bending here on the 9th fret, E string. One more time this part. 6 to 9 again, yeah, E to B string, and then I finish off with the E string, 6th fret. Let me play the last 4 bars slowly. And to the jam track. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I hope you noticed that we start the last 4 bars also on 2. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then you play till the end. So here's the whole second solo slowly. 4, 1.